Hello, everyone, and welcome to our podcast. Today, we are going to talk about the restoration of the Federal Republic in Mexico and the challenge the country faced until 1857.
Tres.
Yes, this period is very important in Mexico history. But before we start, I want to ask you something. Why is this period so important?
That's a good question. This period is important because it helped to build the foundations on modern Mexico. After Mexico became independence from Spain in 98 and 21, the country needed to decide what type of government it should have. Tres.
Exactly. Mexico was a new country and it didn't have any political stability yet. The government changed many times and there were many conflicts.
Tres.
I have a question. What were the main political ideas in Mexico after independence?
There were two main politics ideals, federalism and centralism. Federalists believed to each state should have autonomy and that the national government should have limited power. Stress.
On the other hand, they thought Mexico needed a strong national government to maintain order and unity.
Stress.
At the end, which system did Mexico have before 1846?
Before, in 1946, Mexico had a centralist government. Most political power was controlled by the national government. Tres.
One of the most important political leaders of that period was Antonio López de Santana, who was president many times.
Uno.
Why were many regions unhappy with centralism?
Because they wanted more autonomy and more political power, and many states fit the national government control everything. Dos.
Also, one important consequence was the independence of Texas in 1836.
Tres.
What happened after that?
After that, tensions between Mexico and USA increased and finally led to Mexican-American War. Tres.
I want to ask something. Why was this war so important for Mexico?
Tres.
Because the country was already weak politically and economically, and the war made the situation even worse.
When did the war end? Uno.
The war ended in 1848 with the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo.
Uno.
What happened after the treaty?
Mexico lost more territory that helps, and the USA gains lot the total are California, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, and New Mexico. Tres.
That must have been a very difficult moment for the country.
Uno.
Yes, I want Mexico become weaker economically and politically, and many people began to question the government.
I have a question. What happened in Mexico after the war? Uno.
Between 1846 and 1857, Mexico had a lot of political instability. Presidents changed very often.
Tres.
And during this time, too many political groups competed for power, liberals and conservatives.
What did the liberals believe?
Liberals supported federalism, equality before the law, and the separation of church and state.
Uno.
Also, conservatives support a strong central government and wanted to protect the influence of the Catholic Church.
Basically, the country was divided into two political ideas. Uno.
Yes, that created even more political conflict.
No.
I want to ask something. What was the plan of Ayutla?
The plan of Ayutla was a political movement began in 1854. Its main goal was to remove to remove Santana from power because many people believed he was becoming too authoritative. Uno.
Did the plan work?
Uno.
Yes, I did. In 1855, Santana left power and liberal leaders gained control of the government.
And what happened after the liberals gained power? Uno.
After that, they began to introduce important reforms because they believed Mexico needed modernization.
Uno.
What kind of reforms?
New laws were created to remove special privileges, the military and the clergy. These privileges were called fueros. Uno.
As a result of these reforms, a new constitution was created in 1857, known as the Constitution of 1857.
No.
What were some important rights in this constitution?
Dos, tres.
It includes freedom of speech, freedom of the press, and equality before the law. Uno.
Even though constitution was very progressive, it created more conflict between liberals and conservatives.
Uno.
Why is the restoration of the Federal Republic so important in Mexican history?
It helps create important political reforms and new political ideas. Uno.
Then those changes helped shape the modern Mexican state.
Uno.
After this period, the conflict continued and later became the War of the Reform.
Thank you for listening to